The 3rd of April, Good Friday in Abaco, Bahamas, while the Prime Minister tells the country to cease from campaigning during the Easter season, he's down in Sandy Point at Big Stanley's place campaigning. How are they going to campaign in Abaco when almost 2 years after Hurricane Dorian, we can't get a bath on a timely fashion? We still have to have buckets to flush our toilet. God forbid if you have to do number two. Number one is bad enough. We're talking about 2 years in. The government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas cannot fix a water main, one water tank in Abaco after Hurricane Dorian. Thank God for the water mission. If it wasn't for the water mission, we would have died for thirst. These guys were here 1 year providing water to take the ease off the Abaco water system. And these guys have come and gone. And the Bahamas government, the Prime Minister have already been to Abaco about 50 times. He's been more in Abaco in the past 2 years, more than Hubert been in 20 years. And he ain't did nothing. Just drive through with a motorcycle and his entourage. And his sidekick kick the police out of the car. And he becomes the chauffeur of the Prime Minister. Never happened before that two ministers is driving each other in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I don't think it happened in Nassau, but that's when you like that power. I've already told the people of Abaco you have power on one day to make change. That is on election day. They trying to make change by trying to change your DNA by giving you the vaccine that somebody else give away. You imagine India giving the Bahamas vaccine? India got about 1 billion people. I'm certain that they haven't used this vaccine in India. Their people haven't been vaccinated, but yet the Bahamas government has taken the vaccine. I haven't heard anything about those millions of dollars that they hastily went and paid. And who did they pay these millions of dollars to get these vaccine that should have been here 4 months ago? Nobody's talking about that. While on Good Friday, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas trying to sell his candidate. It's amazing that not one white person, no indigenous Abaconian, white nor black, nobody want to run for the governing party. They have to find a young lady that good on Facebook, just like me. That's her claim to fame. And she's now going to speak for the people, the FNMs in Mose Island that she doesn't know, Sandy Point, Crossing Rock, Spring City. She is now going to go at the, if we would have done that, she would go at the highest spot to speak for a people that she doesn't really know. This is why it's so important, Abaco, to elect Kai Mills. I have been the spokesman. I wonder if either of them know the issues. While the PLP is waiting for the great white knight to shine for the Progressive Liberal Party in Southern Central Abaco, the people is still confused. And thus the white knight that the PLP has rejected the only person that should be eligible to run for the Progressive Liberal Party in South and Central. They have rejected her because they believe once you're white, you're all right. It's just like the courts. It's good for the whites, but it destroys the black. That is the PLP motto. They should use that as their motto going into this general election in South and Central. Since they believe that black is not all right, white is okay to run for the Progressive Liberal Party. I guess those grassroots have finally died off. There's a new generation that can't see like the die-hard grassroots. And we will see that throughout Abaco. There's not many die-hard. The people, I'm just giving you all a little tip, a glimpse into the upcoming election, that 75% of the voters will be under the age of 55 years of age. That's in my category. And who more can attract these people? You think the Rasta man in North Abaco knows anybody besides the people that he works for in water and sewage? This one is going to be interesting to see which one of them that sit at the table to say that he's the man. Let's see which one of them could go door to door. This is going to be interesting. Who can go door to door and easily be welcome and accepted into the homes throughout North and South Abaco? It has been a rough run. We are lucky that many of us haven't lost our minds. Again, I was speaking earlier about this government has made history. Number one, being the worst government in my 59 years. The first government that such tragedy has happened. In Hurricane Floyd, we had over 100 homes destroyed. We lost not one fingernail. No person died. In this hurricane, Hurricane Dorian, we have lost hundreds, maybe in the thousands, and they don't care. And this government, after collecting so much money from the international donors, they have not built not one house. I was so embarrassed when they rushed, like they ain't got no shame, into Blackwood to be at a dedication of a home that somebody else donated, a foreigner donated one house. They up on the government 1-0. And the Prime Minister Riddle, the bat, he promised and he's sticking to that promise. I will not build not one house for not one Abaconian. Well, Abaconians, remember that when you go to the polls, the worst time of your life, the government that you elect that said this government will be the government of the people, by the people, for the people, said right off the bat, the wind haven't stopped blowing. And he said, he ain't building no house like we are foreigners. March already went. Just want to slip this in this. Desmond Bannister happened to be one of those ministers that I like. But he spoke in the Honorable House of Assembly, remember that? 2 weeks ago. And he said, before March ends, he will do something about eradicating 150 homes in the farm. I haven't heard a nail nor a pin drop at the farm. Somebody pinch Desmond Bannister wherever he is and let him know, how could we respect you as being an honorable deputy prime minister and your word is like water on a dog back? March has already gone. We're 3 days into April and y'all still playing the fool. Y'all still acting as if it's April 1st. What happened to your honorable promise in the honorable house to the honorable people of North Abaco? Nothing. But we're listening. It's your words. You have the power of the government. And you said, Desmond Bannister, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Destroying Works, you said that by the end of March, you would have moved into the farm road and destroy them homes. Not one, just like the Prime Minister, not one house will he build, and not one house will he destroy by the illegals. But if there were Bahamians there, all would have been gone by the deadline that the Deputy Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas promised. By the end of March, every Bahamian that built an illegal home would have been eradicated. Happy Easter, because there ain't nothing good happening this Friday. Because the FNM government is still the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Kai Case, you're here live with Kai on WCAY.